Up until this point so far, we've only really pulled from sources. But now that we've built this out and we're moving up to this warehouse level, how do we refer to these models? And the way that we do that is through the ref Jinja function. And that ref is going to accomplish two different things. One, it's going to essentially compile that model into the correct database schema and table name based on where you're pulling it from and what environment you're running it in. And two, it creates dependencies between your models. So when we move down towards here, it's going to understand which models come before it. So if you're building a reporting model and you use a ref to this model, and this model uses a ref to two of these, it understands the dependencies between all of them, and you can do a lot of creative things with it. So that's the power of that ref function. So let's show how that works. And we haven't quite talked about that yet. It looks like my microphone's a little far away. Okay, so we're back in our project. So if we go to warehouse, let's say we're going to build a new model here. We'll call this dim movies. Remember we said we're going to call our warehouse dim, in fact. So we'll do dim movies. And I'm going to just copy and paste some things in here. This is going to follow a similar path to what we did before. So we have our imports. You can think of these as imports. We're importing the staging, but this time we're doing the ref and then the name of the model. And the name of the model comes from the name of the file. So in this case, it's the name of this file right here. That's what goes here. So even if you end up doing something where you're changing the name is deployed, it has to be referring to the name of the model within your project. Same down here, we're doing the select all from this staging model, and then we're doing our final select and doing some joins. The joins are based on the names here. So it's kind of all coming together here, we can see. And that ultimately is how you do the ref function. So if we save this and do a dbt compile, let's take a look at the target. Again, this is where it gets compiled. Now we see Mart's dim movies, and it replaced it correctly with both the database, the name of the schema, staging, and it knows it's staging because of that custom schema that we built. It all works together. This is where it starts to get pretty easy to build these things out. And then we have all this stuff here, so we can start to build these out as well. So that's all I wanted to show you for this. There'll be some more on this a little bit later when we get into documentation and we can see what the DAG looks like and how that looks on the data dictionary that gets creative. But we'll stop it here for now. And in the next video, we'll start to look at some other features in dbt.